Over the years, Minecraft has been known to implement many different game modes and playstyles into its base sandbox game. However, there was one mode that always stood out among the rest. A mode so popular that it got its own version on Hypixel. That mode is Skyblock. Just you on an island and nothing but an endless fall beneath you. But what if we took this one step further? What if instead of a whole island, you only get a single block? Well, that's what we're gonna find out. Today, I'm gonna be spending 100 days in a one-block Minecraft world. Oh yeah, did I mention that this is gonna be in hardcore mode? Yep, this definitely helps when a freaking evoker spawns and almost obliterates me. Anyways, if you guys happen to enjoy this video, be sure to leave a like and subscribe for more content from me. It's always greatly appreciated. Anyways, let's get on with this video, shall we? Okay, so to start off, this is technically 101 days since I actually played through day 0. But now that that's out of the way, day 0/1 started off with me, well, as you could expect, mining blocks. However, shortly after starting, I noticed some type of wood slightly below the island which I discovered you could use to make oak saplings, which would be crucial to the start of this challenge. Oh my god, hello. Hello. Alright, well, you guys are just gonna be there now, I guess. Guess just get all— oh my god, okay. You guys look awfully big for some reason. Maybe it's just because I don't play a lot of Minecraft anymore. Goodbye. Anyways, I continued mining random blocks and also started expanding the island ever so slightly because having to work on this tiny platform was actually heavily upsetting me. Emphasis on heavily, by the way. I then decided to take a look at the quest system in this mod pack, and that's when I discovered that I would not have to deal with a cobblestone generator. Oh wait, hold on, what? Oh. What's this do? Oh, hello. Okay, well, it's not gonna do me any good. I don't really have any wood to do anything with that, so. And after mining for a while longer, I suddenly found a random chest that had some very helpful items in it. Huh? Wait. I've been flabbergasted. Please? Thank you. Farmland. What? Is that the tick changeover thing that I was talking about? At this point, I had enough cobblestone to make a full set of tools. Thank God. Underground. Well, that changed oddly quick. Finally, I wrapped up the day by doing some more mining and coming across some creatures. What is that? Multi-gem ore. You just gave me a ruby. What was that about, dude? Really? What is that? Hello? What are you? Tortoise. Well, I'm not gonna lie, that's the last thing I was probably expecting. Day 2 started off with me doing some mining because, well, that's about all I could do. However, for some reason, I kept getting attacked by random nonsense. What was that, dude? What was that about? What the heck, man? Oh my god. Mate. Screw off. Anyway, after all of the tomfoolery was finished, I was able to obtain a full set of iron tools as well as an iron chestplate and leggings. I then finished off the day by doing a lot more mining, chopping down a tree I planted, and expanding the island a little bit with the small amount of dirt that I did have. Also, if the audio quality sounds different, whether it's good or bad, it's because I have a new microphone and new Go XLR setup, so please let me know if it sounds alright. Please. Okay, day 3 started off with me doing a lot of mining and smelting of the ores. And realistically, I wanted to get as many ingots as I can before the biome things switch over to something else. Anyway, I then took a look at some of the quests in this mod pack. Oh, that was all I had to do? Oh, what the heck, man. And finally, to wrap up day 3, I expanded the island some more and ended up being attacked by flying night rats. You know, the ones that everyone voted in during the 2017 community mob vote? Yeah, I'm talking about you. You know what you did. Oh. That's a problem. That's a problem. Yeah, I haven't slept. Can't sleep. Don't take a bite out of me, man. You next. Get out of here. I spent a lot of day 4 doing farm-related stuff because I was running out of food and I was running out fast. So my hopes were to get a lot of seeds from some bone meal I got from killing skeletons. However, I literally got a whole 3 seeds. Whoa. That's a big tree. I also had enough diamonds to make a diamond pickaxe after mining for days. I then ended off day 4 by collecting a crap ton of pebbles to make cobblestone. Again, thank God I don't need to create a cobble generator. I just can't be asked, honestly. I started off day 5 by gathering a bunch of stone because, well, I needed more blocks to make a bigger platform so I could hopefully start some kind of base. I then did a bunch of farming stuff in hopes of getting some more food, but that went only about as well as you could expect it to. I then started expanding to build another island, and then I basically just mined for the rest of the day. Hey, okay, day 6. Didn't do a whole lot of interesting things on this day. I mostly just mined ores for the rest of the day, and for some reason, mobs just would not leave me alone. No. You are destroying my crops, man. What's your problem? I blocked that. Get out of here. Anyway, after a crap ton of mining, the world finally switched over to something other than ores and a bunch of nonsense. That sentence made sense, right? Right? Oh, thank God, dude. Oh my goodness, it's still ores. It's still Panda! Yay! Thank God it switched over though. I was getting annoyed. Yep, that makes sense. Oh, hello. Yep, welcome to the party, friend. Dirt chest, I need that. Alright, day 7. This was an interesting day to say the least. It started out with me expanding what would be my second platform where I build my base, but I then made the unfortunate mistake of mining the overworld blocks and unfortunately almost died. Just take a look. Oh my god. What's going on, man? What is that? Stay away. Stay away. Stay away, please. Oh my god. What do you mean those things can spawn? I have bad omen. Oh my god, brother. Nah, man. What are you talking about? I'm staying over here. I don't know how many spawned over there. I got a totem. That's something mob kills. Kill mobs. Iron mob farm. Day 8 was spent doing a lot of the basic survival things that one typically does when they are stranded on an island in the middle of the void. You know, a lot of smelting of the ores, mining of the ores, getting rid of some disturbances. And finally, doing a bit of farming. I started off day 9 by collecting a bunch of small stones to make a lot of cobblestone because I wanted to expand my second island some more. And so that's exactly what I did for pretty much the rest of the day. However, I was able to tame a parrot that spawned at the end of the day. Oh, bird. I don't think I have enough seeds for you yet. Don't go nowhere though. I didn't mean to do that. My bad. Oh, I didn't mean to do that either. Oh, I didn't mean to do that. Yeah, we got a pet, boy. Come here. Come here, you. Alright, day 10. We are now 10% of the way there, and to be honest, I didn't do a whole lot on this day. I basically just collected a bunch of stones for cobble and then expanded the island some more. The second island, that is. Ah, hello. Hello, pal. Nice. That's actually really good, I think. Maybe? I don't know. On day 11, I started off with me finishing the second island platform where I would build my house. I then spent the rest of the day doing a bunch of farming stuff as well as mining the 1 block. Oh, dog. Oh. Oh no. Oh no. Oh, it's all going horribly wrong. Oh. Oh no. Day 12 was spent doing 2 things and 2 things only. The first of which was farming. I really just wanted to fix my food problem as soon as possible. Unfortunately, this measly garden does almost nothing for me. And for the second part of the day, I decided to finally start on my house. To be fair though, I could only start the foundation. Ignore the horrible choice of foundation blocks that look like a school toilet after Taco Tuesday, it's all I had to work with. Day 13 started off well as I managed to find a solution to my food problem. For now, anyway. No! Oh, you need to die. No! Oh my god. Please. You need to die because I do need you for food, as a matter of fact. Oh, okay, we have a cow. Oh, we have a source of food. Okay. You're at 2 hearts. Perfect. And for the rest of the day, I mined a bunch of the 1 block. Unfortunately, I ended up committing a horrible crime against an innocent civilian of this island. And no, I'm not talking about the stupid villager. Oh! I didn't want you here, and you made me kill the panda. Oh my god. I'm gonna end you in another life as well, man. What the heck, man? Day 14 was spent doing several things, the first of which was working on the house some more. I then ended up spending a lot of the day mining the 1 block. However, I did manage to get a villager to spawn, and that actually helped out my food situation a lot. Was it 1 bread for 2 emerald? Come here, come here, come here, come here. Give me that. On day 15, I decided to take a very small break from building the house and work on the farm a little bit and mess around with some crops as well as gather some more wood. I then made a cooking pot that would allow me to expand my food knowledge. Alright, so now, what do we need? We need bowl, that. How do I cook? Do I have to put this over a fire? I probably do. Yes. Yes, you do. If you had any amount of brain cells, you would know that already. Day 16 started off with me unintentionally completing a quest. Oh, I completed it. Hold on a minute. We completed this one. Oh, boy. Give me all of that, please. Thank you. Wow. After that, believe it or not, I got the cooking pot to work. Oh, boy. It works. Hey, there we go. Nice. Please don't burn down everything. There we go. We got stuff to cook. We cooking for real. And to wrap up the day, I worked on the house some more and collected some stones for cobblestone. Okay, days 17 and 18. I legit spent both of those days working on the walls and stairs of my house. Also, I should note that this isn't my design, it's a tutorial. Didn't feel like brainstorming a house idea. Anyway, I'll link the tutorial in the description. Day 19, just like the days before, were spent building more of the house. This will become a pattern for the next few days. Just deal with it, man. Day 20 started off with me working on the second floor of the house. Don't ask why there's a second floor, I honestly couldn't tell you. Anyway, to keep long story short, I spent the rest of the day harvesting some more trees that I planted. Okay, days 21 and 22, officially past 20% of the way there. I continued working on the second floor of my house, mostly the walls and windows and stuff, and yeah, it's actually starting to look pretty nice. Anyway, I spent the remainder of the day mining and found a dirt chest in the process. Oh my gosh, I needed that. Holy cow. That is legendary status. Wow. Wow. On day 23, I didn't work on the house, believe it or not. I wanted to, but I was actually out of wood. So I decided to expand the main island with the dirt I found instead. And after that, I legit spent the rest of the day harvesting trees and logs. Days 24 to 25 were spent working on the house some more. And yeah, this roof took the longest simply because I had to figure out the proper stair orientation for 10.5 years, man. Day 26 started off with me harvesting a bunch of logs and stuff. I then finished the roof of the house and moved on to the inside and installed some temporary lighting, aka torches. I then also started placing a bunch of chests down because God knows that I'll need them. Day 27 was spent working on the upper inside of the house. And I really just placed some furnaces, smokers, chests, weird crafting table, you know, the basics. Alright, days 28 and 29 were spent moving everything over into the new house. Yes, believe it or not, this actually took 2 full days. On day 30, I started to replace the cobblestone on my home island with some dirt because who the hell wants cobblestone as an island base? Anyway, I then just got wood the rest of the day. I started off day 31 by installing some shaders and giving the house a proper look at. Ooh, it's looking nice. Looking nice. Nice little leaves inside. Frames are running well as well. Nice, okay. How are we looking? Hell, I forgot you were there. Whoa. Nice little corner. Lovely. This is looking good. Can use some light over here, but we'll fix that in a bit. And after I stared at my house for 10 years, I then spent the rest of the day looking through the quest book, gathering some more wood, and crafting a building gadget. Day 32 started off with me replacing some cobblestone with some dirt because I don't want an island full of cobblestone if I'm being honest. I then mined a lot of the 1 block when I was attacked by an angry old dude. Again. Another trader llama got the best of both worlds. Oh my god. Jesus Christ. Alright, I think we're good. Day 33 was spent doing a bunch of basic necessity things. Basically just a bunch of tree harvesting, mining the 1 block, wheat harvesting, and also building a charging station. Okay, that's done. Give me 2 diamonds, 2 iron. Okay. I have no idea what this even does, to tell you the truth. Day 34 was mostly spent figuring out how this lasso thingy worked. And yes, it is as simple as it looks. I'm just stupid. Where's the chicken? I know we have it. I know it didn't fall off. It's AI, wouldn't do that. Right? So can I capture you? I can. Okay. I can probably just do that. Right? Health 10 out of 10. Mob mushroom. Alright, we're gonna see what's going on with that in a second. Oh! Oh, wait a minute. Hold on. Okay. That's Alright, hold on. Hold up. Hold up. There are ways to automate this for sure. And while I figured out how to do that, I decided that it was time to make a new friend again. Come here, dog. Dog, follow me. Come in here. You can go out. I got dog now. Yeah, I'm not gonna lie, the entirety of day 35 was spent expanding the home island with dirt. Yes, this is all I did, and no, it definitely wasn't because I was lazy. Day 36 was spent mining the one block because I wanted to have it switch over. And switch over it did, to some kind of astral thing as a matter of fact. Oh! It changed, finally. I have no idea what astral is, but Jesus Christ, about time. And so, I continued mining this astral one block for the rest of the day. On day 37, I spent the entire day collecting stone for cobblestone and stuff because I wanted to start working on a bridge. Why, you ask? Well, having a single little dirt path is, well, atrocious. Alright, days 38 and 39 were spent doing one thing and one thing only. And that was building a bridge from my spawn island to my home base. I think it looks alright, but if I'm being honest, I probably could have done better. Alright, day 40. On this day, I decided that I needed some kind of mob farm for loot and XP. I felt like that's the one thing I was missing right now, so I spent the whole day gathering stone for said mob farm. However, I then noticed that my mushroom cow farm from earlier had actually just kind of stopped working, meaning, well, that cow dead. But more food for me! Oh, the cow's gone. The cow is gone, it's gone. Oh my god, but we have so much. Wow. Alright, well, our food situation settled for a bit. Nice. Okay, so day 41. I started off the day and, well, actually spent most of the day mining the one block, and it actually managed to switch over to something else. Okay. Sure. Magica. Yeah, no, that makes sense. Anyway. And I finished the day by starting the mob farm. Okay, day 42. I pretty much spent the entirety of this day working on the mob farm. Also, I decided to make it out of stone bricks because who wants some nasty cobblestone just hovering in the sky? Anyway, I then finished off the day by collecting some more stone pebble things for, well, regular stone to make into stone bricks. Day 43 started off with me mining the one block, and in the process, I actually made some new friends. What? Hello. Hey, you're kind of cool. Anyway, while waiting for the stone to smelt, I continued mining the one block, and I eventually got back to working on the mob farm again. Alright, days 44 and 45 were spent doing a couple of things. The first of which was working on the mob farm some more. I then continued replacing cobblestone with dirt from my house. And yeah, I pretty much spent the entirety of these 2 days working on the mob farm some more, and when I did run out of stone brick, I started gathering more stone pebbles. Day 46 was spent doing a lot of the same things, which will be the case for the next few days. The first of which was gathering pebbles for some stone. I then continued working on the mob farm some more, and ended the day by harvesting wood. Day 47, as usual for the time being, started off with me gathering more pebble stone things. I then spent about half the day working on the mob farm some more. And after that, I then moved on to mine some of the one block, and it actually switched over to something else. Magic bundle? What does that mean? And yeah, I spent the rest of the day mining the one block because, well, that's the whole point of this 100 days. Right? Okay, day 48 started off with me touching up my home base island a little. You know, just making it look pretty. Anyway, I legit spent the rest of the day working on the mob farm. Trust me, I swear we'll get this done at some point. Alright, days 49, 50, and 51 were spent doing two things. What are those two things, you may ask? Well, the first of which was gathering stone pebbles. The second of which was working on the mob farm some more. And yeah, to be honest, we're getting pretty close to finishing it. Also, side note, during these 3 days, I unlocked a pretty cool item from a quest that I somehow completed. Ooh, mob kills. I got 150. Diamond mob farm. Whoa, nice. And yeah, again, I had just worked on the mob farm some more. Exciting. Days 52 and 53 were spent working on the mob farm for majority of the days. Anyway, I did manage to finish it, thank God. I'm tired of building it. And yeah, it seems to be working well. Jesus Christ, that scares me. And to finish up day 53, I started working on a bridge from the main island to the mob farm, and I also farmed the mobs for a bit. Day 54 started off with me continuing the bridge to the mob farm, which I decided to use wood for. I then decided to farm mobs for a while, and once I finished that, I continued working on the bridge. Days 55 and 56 were spent working on the bridge to the mob farm. And let me tell you, this was the most frustrating part of this entire playthrough. Even though it took 2 days because I'm very specific, I feel like it came out alright in the end. Day 57 started off with me farming mobs at my newly established mob farm. And while doing so, I realized that I needed more dirt and stuff. So I figured out I could grow the singular dirt seed that I had faster if I put some upgraded farmland into a clay pot. So that's exactly what I did. And now I actually get 1 dirt essence every minute. So now we should be able to do this, put that in there, and then put that in there, like that. And then hopefully that'll give us more seeds and we can expand. Right? Day 58 was mostly spent harvesting mobs simply because I knew I would need a lot of essence for dirt seeds and all that kind of stuff. And to my knowledge, this was the easiest way to get it at the time. However, I did also mine a lot of the 1 block. Day 59 started off with me mining the 1 block a lot and chopping trees and mining the 1 block for the rest of the day. Jesus Christ, kill me. Anyway, I also traded with a wandering trader. Are you in the house? Dude, you're outside the house. You knock me off this, I'm gonna lose it. Glowstone, buttercup, buttercup? Hodsel sounds cool. Actually, hold on. Thank you. Day 60 started off with me, well, once again mining the 1 block. However, I then had to take out the trash, if you will. Bro, you are annoying me. So are you. Get out. Anyway, I then spent the rest of day 60 expanding the mob farm island and farming mobs. Mostly for essence. Day 61 started off with me harvesting my wheat, which I don't know why I did when I have cooked steak. Anyway, I then farmed mobs because I would need a decent amount of essence in the future. And after that, I started working on an infusion altar which would allow me to make iron seeds that would give me iron essence to make ingots, because if you haven't noticed yet, I'm back to stone tools. Oh. I see. Oh no. I'm gonna need so much. Oh no. Oh no. Okay, well, we'll get on that, I guess. Day 62 started off with me absolutely obliterating some mobs for essence and other stuff. And by that I mean they were on half a heart and I tapped them with the tip of my sword. Anyway, I then made my first pedestal for the altar and yeah, pretty much farmed trees for the rest of the day. Day 63, nothing interesting really happened. I mean really, I just farmed mobs for a good majority of the day for string and essence and other nonsense. I also mined a lot of the 1 block some more in hopes that it would switch over soon. Oh yeah, did I mention that I farmed mobs? Oh, I did? Oh, my bad. Anyway, I farmed a lot of mobs. Days 64 and 65 were spent doing a few things. The first of which was crafting some more pedestals for the altar. I then farmed a lot of mobs and continued replacing cobblestone with dirt and, yeah, made more pedestals and farmed more mobs. Day 66 once again started off with me farming more mobs. I was then able to craft the final 2 altars that I needed. Unfortunately, I ran into a little bit of a problem. 1, 2. Now what? Stay right there, don't move. Thank you. So let's get the seeds going first. For a seed, I need 4 pieces of iron to begin with. Oh. Oh no. Oh, that's not good. I have 2 pieces. Anyway, after I realized that I needed iron to make the iron seeds, I decided to farm more mobs and mine more of the 1 block while I contemplated my next plan of action and, yeah, life itself. Alright, day 67. This one's gonna be a quick one because, well, I literally mined the entire day. As a matter of fact, I mined the entire day and night, believe it or not. And, yeah, it did not switch over to anything else, unfortunately, but hey, we move. Day 68 started off with me making a single tier 3 farmland. This would allow any tier 1, 2, or 3 seeds to grow at a faster rate. Or something like that. Anyway, I then mined a lot of the 1 block for the rest of the day, and then I farmed mobs and actually found a piece of iron that dropped from a zombie. Day 69 started off with me farming more mobs again, go figure. And honestly, at this point, I kind of hit a roadblock with what I was supposed to do because I didn't even have iron tools anymore. Almost like I was some sort of gridlock. However, this would soon be fixed because I was about to make my first iron seed. Prosperity in the middle. Then we need 1, 2, 3, and 4. And then we need what is going on right there. Yeah, that makes sense. And then we need 1, 2, 3, and 4. And we do this and do that. And that does a thing. And then it gives me iron seeds. Oh! Yes! I spent day 70 doing literally 2 things. I farmed mobs and mined the 1 block. I was going to need a lot of essence to get this iron seed thing off the ground, and I also just wanted the block thing to switch over. Days 71 and 72 were spent doing a few things. The first of which was making another plant pot to get some more seeds, specifically dirt seeds. I then farmed mobs for a little while as I needed more essence. I then started working on another island. This one will be an island for animals, almost like a sanctuary, except if I needed to, well, let's just say I would be eating good. Anyway, I also farmed more of my seeds. Day 73 started off with me crafting a bunch of essence stuff. I wanted to make a higher tier farmland and a pot that grows more dirt and iron seeds. Anyway, I then continued working on the new island. And for the first time in a long time in this mod pack, I felt like I was actually making some decent progress, which was reassuring. For now, anyway. I then mined some of the 1 block and, yeah, it actually switched over. Oh, it changed over. Hello. Wondering when it was gonna do that. Jeez. Took long enough. Yep. Day 73. I did 3 things on repeat. Farm mobs, find the 1 block, and continue to work on the island. Day 75 was mostly spent mining the 1 block. A lot of it at that. Unfortunately, I got pretty much nothing of value for the whole day. And, yeah, for the rest of the day, I just farmed mobs and got some more wood. Day 76 started off with me expanding what would be my new island some more. I then harvested a lot of the essence seeds that I had planted. I also farmed mobs and expanded the island some more. I then mined some of the 1 block some more. Also, I am indeed sick, which is why I sound like I'm speaking from under a pillow. Anyway, I was then able to craft some more iron with the essence that I had been saving up. Oh, it's 6? Oh. Ah. I see. Day 77 started off with me, as usual, farming mobs from my mob farm. I then was able to craft some more dirt with dirt essence and continue to expand the animal sanctuary island. Yes, I have decided to call it that. Anyway, I then finished off the day by doing a bunch of random minuscule things. Day 78 started off with me farming more dirt essence and more iron essence. I then spent a good majority of the day crafting more dirt and expanding the new animal sanctuary some more.
And I also did some stuff at the mob farm. Specifically, I organized / cleaned out the mob farm chest and hauled a lot of that over to the base. Okay, day 79. It started off as one does, mining the one block. However, I then started working on something that I should have done a long time ago. An iron farm. Unfortunately, it didn't quite go to plan.
We do this, right? 1, 2, 3, 4. Boom. Give me one of these. Iron golem. Give me in the lasso. Put you in the diamond iron farm, or the diamond farm, or whatever it is. And then it should momentarily. Yee, let me pick it up. Let me pick it up. Hello? Yeah, I broke the game. Everything died. Lovely.
Yep, I don't know how, but I crashed the game. Lovely. I spent the entirety of day 80 working on the mob farm, trying to make it as automated as possible so I wouldn't have to pick up any loot off the ground because, well, I'm lazy. Anyway, ignore the jonky design, it is what it is.
Alright, well that's like, oh, my bad. Didn't mean to do that. Like partially automated besides that back bit, but that's all I have right now, so it's just gonna have to do.
Days 81 and 82 were spent doing a lot of basic stuff. Really, I just expanded the island some more, as well as mining more of the one block. And yeah, I pretty much just repeated the process the next day. However, I was able to make some progress on the quest book, even if only a little. Day 83 was spent mining the one block. Actually, as a matter of fact, it switched over to the B-type nonsense called the Bumble Zone. And yeah, anyway, I also expanded the other island some more and ended up getting jump scared by some bees while mining more of the one block again.
Two bees. Oh, they got angry. My bad. Oh my god. Oh my jump scare. Holy cow, man. Oh my god. Stay away from me, you freaks. In my seeds. Stay away. Jesus.
Day 84 started off with me attempting to figure out how to get / grow some diamonds or diamond essence or something similar. Unfortunately, this would be a little too expensive for right now. Let's just come back to that later. Anyway, I then decided to farm some mobs for a bit and also mine a lot of the B1 block, which would switch over into something that I actually needed.
Oh my god. Alright, pal. You mind not doing whatever you're doing? Please? Oh, hey. Please calm down. Do you trample my dirt crops? Good, they can't be trampled. I don't really care about the weed at this point.
Anyway, I finished off the day by expanding the other island some more. Okay, so days 85 and 86, I legit did not stop mining the one block the entire day except to empty out my inventory. This was because the nether one block had two things that I would definitely need in the future. You see, obsidian could spawn and be obtained, which would allow me to get to the nether. Blazes would also occasionally spawn so I could collect blaze rods. Although, I guess looking at it now, if I have blaze rods, then the nether is kinda pointless. Maybe, maybe not, who knows. Day 87 started off with me killing an enderman and obtaining an ender pearl, which I would actually need at some point in the future. And yeah, this actually took like 5 minutes because, well, let's just take a look.
Enderman. Hello? Where? In here? No. Where? I see you. Come here. Oh. Or where are you going? Hey. Bro, what is this dude doing? Okay. Alright. I got an ender pearl. Yo, I win.
Anyway, I then farmed mobs for a good majority of the rest of the day and also mined some more ore that I got from the quest book. On day 88, I realized that I should probably invest in an enchantment table at some point. Unfortunately, I didn't have any sugarcane to make paper. However, I discovered that you could strip oak logs on a cutting board, which would give you bark, which in turn could give you paper. Granted, this is a very slow process for little reward, but it's better than nothing. Anyway, I then harvested a bunch of seeds some more, gathered some more wood logs for paper, and also mined the nether 1 block for the rest of the day. Day 89 started off with me expanding the island with dirt. It's unfortunate that I don't have any grass blocks or a silk touch pickaxe to get said grass blocks. Anyway, I then gathered a bunch of wood, that way I could obtain, even though it's only a little bit, some more paper. And yeah, I then continued expanding the other island some more with a lot of dirt that I've been saving up. Days 90 and 91 were spent really only doing a couple of things, the first of which was mining more of the 1 block. I then decided to continue expanding the animal sanctuary island some more, and yeah, I then continued mining more of the 1 block. And believe it or not, I actually got all of the obsidian that I needed for both an enchantment table and a nether portal. I started off day 92 prepping to go to the nether. Basically, I got all the obsidian blocks and other nonsense that I needed. And yeah, I then built the portal on the main island, probably not in the best spot, but hey, we move anyway.
Holy cow, I can't see a thing. Okay. Alright, I'm not mining any of that right now. Can't be asked. That looks like a fortress. And upon finding said nether fortress, I then realized, wait, I have obsidian and I have blaze rods. So what's the point of me coming here again? And as I felt slightly underprepared and I really just wanted to work on the island some more, I decided not to explore this fortress and returned back to the overworld. Yes, call me a coward, I know. I don't care. Day 93 was spent doing a lot of basic things again. Things like farming mobs from the mob farm, mining more of the nether 1 block, expanding more of the animal sanctuary island, and getting some more wood for paper. Oh yeah, I then realized that I could put a blaze in a lasso and put it in the mob farm. Day 94, yep, apparently this guy just cannot make up his mind because I decided to go explore the nether fortress I had found earlier. And by earlier, I mean a day ago. And yeah, it was not worth it in any way possible. Holy wither skeletons, Jesus Christ. What is this fortress, my guy? This fortress is like actual garbage, dude. I don't have arrows. I don't have arrows. Oh! Wow. Yeah, that's something. Bro, there's nothing over here. Anyways, I then went back to the overworld and then realized that there is a time limit which ties into this weird quest that I unlocked. You will need tricks to quickly explore each dimension. What does that mean? Whoa. Something tells me I should have been progressing a lot more than I have been. Right? What? Okay, days 95 and 96, almost to 100, so let's finish this so I can go to bed because, well, I'm dying. Anyway, I basically expanded the island and mined the 1 block for a good majority of both days. However, the 1 block did switch over to the end biome, which, yeah, I'm gonna be completely honest, for now at least, this was just a useless biome. Day 97 was basically spent mining ores that I got from a quest, gathering wood, chopping wood for paper, and finally finishing the animal sanctuary island. Thank God. And yep, the last 3 days were spent doing exactly what you see now. Gathering stone for a potential next build. These 3 days were recorded while I was sick, so honestly, I really just couldn't be asked.